Oh, hello.
Well, welcome everybody. My name is Buzz. I'm here with another Restore, and inside this box is a radio I bought last summer. Now I know it's a Philco, but I don't remember the model or year. So let's open this box up, and we'll both be surprised, huh?
There's no point in waiting any longer.
Get that box open.
Hopefully it wasn't damaged. This came from Kansas. And I bought this on eBay.
I'm so excited.
There it is. Looks like a Philco Cathedral radio. Let's get it out of the box.
That's a radio, boy.
It's cracked here. Got some holes in the grill cloth.
Holes?
Look at that. It's got a back to it. I don't think that's factory. Let's get it out of there. Well, there she be. Not bad, huh? This is a 1937 Philco model 37-93, made around January 1937. Let's take a closer look at this. Now this is one of those radios that they use a faux finish.
It is a French word, just like me.
The word faux is a French word meaning fake. So this is not veneer on here. This is either painted on there or it's put on a piece of paper or something. I don't know exactly how they did that, but this is not veneer. You can see here, it's just starting to flake off. Let's take a look at some pictures of how it's supposed to look. You can see in this picture, they tried to simulate a burlwood finish. It actually looks pretty good on these pictures here. Looks like we're going to have to get a new dial for this, but at least on this one, the dial pointer is still intact. Let's open up the rear. Okay, here we go. And a 1 and a 2.
Oh, dummies.
Holy crap.
It looks pretty good.
It's rusty, but it's good.
I'd like to stroke it.
No wonder they put a cover on the back. They didn't want anybody to see how rusty this thing was. And this is pathetic.
You get what you pay for.
Is that a wasp nest?
Holy cow!
Hopefully they're dead.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Look at that. Looks like some type of a tile thing.
I've never seen anything like. Nothing ever like this.
Strange. I don't know whether to laugh or cry.
Oh, dude. Are you crying?
Let's see if we can pull it out of there. Let's just cut this cord here. So I can get rid of this thing. Well, the dial pointer just broke.
You stupid bonehead.
Be careful!
So did the dial.
Oh, brother.
How does that feel, baby?
You dumb cluck.
What the hell did I buy here?
Rusty? May I call you Rusty?
I'm going to take the speaker out. We'll take that out, and we'll see what's underneath here. Don't go away. There's no way to grip this head of the screw here. That's just a decorative screw. And this is so rusted, I'm gonna have to cut that off. Same with one here.
If we must, we must.
Homer, there's no spiders under there. Now let's get moving.
I don't know. Sure looks spidery to me.
There's no spiders under there. Now will you stop worrying?
Oh, there's a spider.
It's dead.
Rest in peace.
Considering all the rust, I don't look too bad. That speaker works, it'll be a miracle. Now if you don't think this is the money shot, let's take a look at the bottom. Maybe that's it. Well, that looks pretty good. I was expecting the worst. No mouse nest or anything in there. Let's get a closer shot. Looks like these capacitors have been replaced. Or at least these two. These are the electrolytics. Paper cap here. Some domino caps here. Paper cap up here looks original. Look at this, we have a beaver, dry etched foil, electrolytic capacitor.
Nice beaver.
Thank you.
That's probably a 40s or 50s. More like a 50s, don't you think? Look at that. This one's a Philco. But that's no 1938 capacitor.
Those things are kick-ass.
Not much resistors in here. There's some here. Not much to this baby, huh? Do you think this will work?
Yes, of course.
Let's test the field coil and the output transformer on the speaker. Because if that doesn't work, nothing will. Look at the rust on that speaker. Crusty.
She's a crusty one, Mr. Grinch. She's a little crusty.
Let's take a look at the schematic and see how many ohms this field coil is and how many ohms the output transformer is. Here's the field coil. We're looking for 1140 ohms. This is the output transformer and we need 400 ohms. I've got the screws removed here. Let's just take this off. And this exposes the wires here. So the field coil are these two wires here. So remember, we're looking for 1140
Okay then, come on.
on the field coil. Come on, baby, work.
I see nothing.
Oh my God. It's unplugged here.
Wake up, idiot!
Don't do that to me, Buzz. Please be there. 1214. Yes. Okay, we got a good field coil. Now let's check the output transformer. This bar is already hooked up, so over here, remember, we're looking for about 400 ohms. 416 ohms. That is good. Can you believe that? This rust bucket speaker is gonna work. Now let's check out some windings on the power transformer. Well, if you thought the speaker was crusty, take a look at this. You think those windings are good on that transformer? Let's check it. Now this black wire here is hooked up to the negative of the electrolytic, which in turn is hooked up to the center tap of this power transformer. So if we go to pin 3 on the rectifier socket, we should see about 230 ohms. $249. That's good. Now if we go to pin 5, we should see 250 ohms. 232. That's good. Now if we take this lead and go to pin 3, we should see the combined total of both of those from the center tap. About 480.
Yes!
Excellent.
I think that's about right. You think this will work if I power it up? Just in case, I don't want to blow up the transformer, I'm going to clip these 2 electrolytics here and put in a couple of 22s. So let's do that now.
It's a good idea.
Just going to tack these in here. You know, I was just thinking, I better check the tubes first too. Then we'll know the tubes are okay. Then we can power it up. I like that plan. Let's do it. Okay, first up is the 5Y4 rectifier tube. Got everything set here. I'm going to turn this to emissions. We'll see if it's any good. So that's good. Next up is the 6F6 output tube.
Well, are we just going to sit here and wait?
And so we have to be patient.
There it goes. That's good. This tube is the 6A8 tube, which is the detector oscillator. And it finally crept into the good. The next tube is the 6R7. It's the second detector and first audio tube. Let's go to emissions. And that's good. The next tube is the 6K7, which is the IF amp tube. It's all set here. Just go to emissions.
How lucky can you get?
Well, I'll be. All the tubes are good. Let's juice this baby up, huh? This bulb broke loose here, so I need to get that out of there so I can put a new one in there before we power it up. Stubborn little bitch, huh? I already sprayed that and let it soak in, and it's still not coming out. Aha. 0.35 amp. 6.3 volts. Let's take a look in that hole there.
What a hole.
Holy hole in a donut!
I put a new bulb in there. I don't know if this socket here is any good, but we'll just try it. I want to hook up the meter to one of the electrolytics. Hook that one up. It's on DC. Okay. Now I don't recommend you doing this if you're new, because this can cause all sorts of damage to your radio. Well, I'm going to try it. I like to take risks.
You're an idiot.
Okay, Variac is down. I think it's down. Yeah, it's down. It's on.
Fire it up, Dad!
Box is hot. I don't know what's going to happen, but I shall bring it up very slow. Let's go up to about 15 volts. It's 25. Is that moving? I got 1 volt DC. Let's go up to 30. $40. If you guys see any smoke, tell me. I'll shut this off real fast.
This is silly.
$45. I think the B plus is supposed to be around 300. About 50. Come on, Rust Bucket. The bulb is lit. I had to twist it in a little bit more, so I don't think it's making a good connection on there. $60 volts. 70 volts. It's drawing about a quarter of an amp. Okay, the magic voltage here is usually, if I put this around 90 volts, the speaker comes to life. Let's do it.
Let's listen.
Hey. Hear that? Speaker's working. Let's go up to 100. Mother of mercy. I lost it. I'm going to flip this back over. I think maybe one of the tubes needs to be wiggled or something. Let's try that. Okay, let's bring it back up. $60, $90, Oh, it was working. I got some bad connection over here. Let me mess with the IF cans there. Let me play with this off camera and we'll be right back. It seems this cap is loose here. Let me see if I can fix that and we'll try it again. I stuck this tube in the socket up here in the front just so I can unsolder that. I don't know if that wire broke off there or not, but let's just heat this up and pull it out of there. Have to dig that crap out of there. Maybe put some epoxy or something in there, then resolder that on the top here. Okay, I got it cleaned out. I just want to clean this top off here. I'm going to put some solder on it. Ah, hot, hot. There you can see the hole there. See the wire there. I think that'll be okay when the epoxy dries. We'll try it in a bit. Okay, the glue on the cap there has dried. It's nice and sturdy. But now the base is loose. See, I can twist that. But we will worry about that later. Looks like this wire is kind of raggedy. Anyway, while that was drying, I was poking around and I found a few more problems. Let me show you. I was taking some readings on the field coil and the output transformer, and at times I noticed the 1200 ohms from the field coil would just go out. So I traced it back over here. There was some wires shorting out against the output transformer. See, there's 3 wires going here. They're all in a twist here. There was like a piece of tape holding this in here. I uncovered that tape, and these bare wires were touching here intermittently.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just going to set these like this for the time being, because we're going to rewire that in part 2. So that's good. Let me show you what else I found. Now you saw me change these 2 caps here, and when I was poking around in there, I noticed this cap here And I didn't notice it earlier, but this is an electrolytic. Let me show you on the schematic. So you can see on the schematic, they have the positive going to chassis ground, and the negative is connected to the other two negatives. Anyway, I was looking at this and trying to figure out which was positive and which was negative. I couldn't really see anything. Then I turned it right here. See, that's a plus here. There's a negative there. They had this reversed.
Uh-oh.
The negative is supposed to go to the other two, which in turn I told you is connected to the center tap. So I'm going to cut this out. Hook up this 10 microfarad, and we're going to put the negative where the other two negatives are, and I'm going to put the positive to chassis ground.
How dare you, sir?
We'll just tack it in there. I also changed the paper cap here, and in part 2 I will change these caps in the Bakelite blocks here. But I think it's about time we power this up and see what we get. Hopefully there will be an improvement in the reception there. So let's turn it around, hook everything up, and power it up one more time here. Okay, everything is on. Let's just apply the power. We'll just go right up to 30, 60, 90, 100, about 115. We got something here. Well, that's a lot better. Sounds kind of distorted, but speaker's not the greatest. Selectivity is better.
You did it, boy.
Well, that concludes today's episode. My goal here was just to get this thing to work, and I succeeded somewhat. Doesn't sound the greatest, but then again, there's plenty of caps to be changed, Bakelite blocks to be rebuilt, resistors to be checked. The whole thing's got to be cleaned, de-rusted, which I will do in part 2. Also in part 2, we'll figure out what we want to do on that faux finish. I was thinking about getting some veneer and somehow recreate the look of it with veneer on there. Whether I can do that, I don't know. Anyway, it's working. Who knows how many years? So I gotta be pleased. We'll see you next time on part 2. This is Buzz 1151.
Nobody else but you. Hello, folks. Welcome to another edition of Buzz Cinema. I am your host, Dickel F. Flockett. Tonight's film is a comedy murder mystery with Buzz playing 7 different roles. Filmed in glorious black and white, this comedy features some of the most ridiculous characters you've ever seen. All I can say is you've got to see it to believe it. But it's also fun to watch, so here is Who Done Did It, made by 17-year-old Buzz. Grab a snack, a beverage, and sit back and laugh. Roll the film. Help! 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 Come here, quick! Come here! Help! Help!
Oh, okay.
What was that?
I don't know. Do you know? I do not know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Stab wound in the heart. It's murder.
Whoa! Whoa! Murder! Murder! There's a dead guy in there!
Huh? Yikes. What? Murder? Uh-oh. All of you here, you're all suspects.
You too?
Yes, of course.
Well, okay. Never mind. This is very stressful. You too? I didn't do it.
I object.
Sit down, you. Okay. Now what? Taking fingerprints.
Uh-oh.
Here, take your prints on this paper. What, me? Here you go, sir. Okay, Groucho, you're next. This is ridiculous. I didn't do nothing. Okay. Give it to Tex. Here. Okay, partner. Okay, here you go. That okay, Chief? Waste of time. Thank you. I guess it's my turn now. Okay, I'll compare this to the prints on the knife. Well, there was no prints on the knife.
What the hell?
What?
Oh, brother.
What the hell you think you're doing?
Incompetent. You're just plain stupid, you know that? You're a dope. You're a moron.
Just wait. Wait a minute here. I found a glove. This was used by the killer. There's blood on the inside of this glove.
What?
Whoever the killer is has a cut on his hand.
No cut here. No cut.
It's not me. No cut.
Shh. No cut here. Ha! Nope. Look! Look at his head! Yes, I did it!
You're screwy! Cut it out! What was that?